Of course.
All right, guys, welcome in. Happy Thursday, or supposed to be Thursday. Happy Tuesday, guys. This is the Walker Report. We are part of NGSC Sports, guys. Remember the website. It's ngscsports.com for all your current sports content. Again, we have a special show. Again, I will not be here on Thursday because of the USF game. So I will be at the USF UTSA game on Thursday evening. The three of us did a show earlier, so these two, welcome back, guys. With everything going on, the thing I was talking with you guys about the Live Tour is starting next year in 2026. They are going from a 54-hole tournament to a 72-hole tournament. So they are going
Uh,
to play the full 4 days like they do on the PGA Tour.
they're
So
adding a
I
day.
don't know if that's
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know, but if that has something to do with them trying to get the deal done with the PGA Tour. But yeah, they're adding a day to their rounds. Um, that's what I saw earlier
I
today.
thought that was one of the things that appealed about the Live Tour was that they only had 3-day tournaments.
That is correct. That was the whole thing with having the players not have to um, be at tournaments for 4 days. Also, with the Live Tour, you don't have so many tour dates you have to be a part of or sponsorships or whatever. But yeah, I guess according to the tour that they are now changing um, that to 72 holes. So yeah, they're making a change. Um,
I wonder if players just figured. I wonder if they that the 3-day tournaments didn't save them as much as they thought they were going to,
that could be true. That could be true. Yeah.
and that they ended up still having to be there on Wednesday anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And say you're in Florida, we're in Tennessee. We've got to fly out to Arizona. We might as well fly out on Tuesday anyway
Right.
and get there, and we're gonna be there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and now we're still getting there. We're still getting there on Wednesday to make sure we get our rooms and get checked in, and we might as well play a fourth day because we're already out there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure too with that they have practice rounds too. So that Wednesday could be a practice day too as well.
Well, I
Or
mean,
yeah.
or Wednesday is a do nothing. Wednesday is an acclimation day. Then Thursday you practice. Well, you might as well. Well, I'm already getting out here on Tuesday anyway,
Right.
so we might as well play a fourth day. We're not actually saving any money. We're not saving any time. We're still having to be out here on Wednesday. We're still getting out here on Wednesday so that we can be ready for the tournament. We
Hmm.
might as well just play that fourth day instead of having a day where you're doing nothing.
Yeah. And like I said, I think it may have something to do with maybe the merger between the two is
Yeah, that could
about
be.
to happen now with them
Yeah,
going
that
to the
very well
fourth
could be.
day. And I know as the Live Tour is getting more and more years, obviously there are more and more players that are now playing in majors from that tour, and sooner or later it's just going to be combined anyway. So it is that way. I mean, it all it all falls around the money anyway. I mean, that's what it's all about anyway. At the end of the day, and the Live is funded by the Saudi Arabian oil, so they've got you know bottomless pockets. So it's not like they're going away anytime soon. So, but yeah, that was the announcement from our show earlier today is that the Live Tour had announced that starting next year they're going to move to a 4 day 4 day tournaments. But like you said, I'm sure they're probably already playing a fourth day anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah,
really
well,
matter.
they're already in town for that fourth day anyway.
Correct.
That's what I'm thinking is that they're already in town for a fourth day.
Correct.
Might as well just get You're already there. You're already in town on Wednesday.
Mhm.
So you have all you fly in Tuesday, you have all day Wednesday to get acclimated, go play a practice round. And then Thursday is kind of an open date. Might as well add that to the calendar and just play 4 rounds.
Right. No, I would agree with that. I want to send prayers to there was a crash in Louisville,
Yeah.
um, that killed 3 people,
Mm.
near the airport. I guess it was a airport, it was a, FedEx
UPS.
or UPS, that was going to Hawaii, and I guess
It's
it
a
had
delivery truck.
too much fuel, from
Mm.
what I was reading. So I wanna give prayers to the people that were involved with that fatal crash in Louisville. Um, let's see. We all know today was the NFL trade deadline. Let me see if I can pull up some grades, guys, and if you can. So with the former Buccaneer Joe Tryon-Shoyinka is going from the Browns to the Bears. They gave the Bears a C, the Browns a C plus.
Well, see, the Bears, and I was listening to what Schefter and all the people on NFL Live were saying about that trade. They were saying the Bears needed a. Is he a? I believe Shriyanka's a linebacker.
I think he could play either role, but I think he's a linebacker, he's a defensive end. He could play both. I think he's a what do they call that? JUCO or whatever they call those people that are
Edge
edge. Yeah. Yeah.
or a hybrid.
Right. Right.
They were basically saying that the Bears needed a pass rusher because they had one go down last week that's done for the season.
Then they had the next trade is they got Rashid Shaheed to the Seahawks. They gave the
No,
Seahawks an A minus and the Saints a B. So that's what the grade.
I'm sorry that made no sense to me. Why? Why did the Seahawks need another receiver? I understand Cooper Cup's a little banged up, but you still have JSN and Torrey Horton, who just had Torrey Horton just had one of his best games as a pro, and he Adam's in a fantasy league with me, and Torrey Horton's one of the reasons I won this week
Mm.
because the rest of my team kind of I don't want to say crap the bed, but they didn't really do too good.
And the next one, probably the biggest one of the day, and that's Sauce Gardner going to the Colts. They give the Jets an A plus, the Colts a
Yeah,
C,
because they got
first round
they
picks.
snagged 2 first round picks, and they were talking about that on NFL Live. They're like, "Oh, now the Jets have 3 first round picks that they can use to move up if they want to take a quarterback."
Hmm.
They're a team that needs a quarterback desperately.
But I don't know if I would wait till. I'm not really enamored by any of the QBs in this
No,
year's
I'm not.
draft. I would
No, I
wait
think
till next year when you have Arch come out, maybe Sayin, maybe Lagway if he stays at UF or if he goes somewhere else.
True. I guess
Maybe,
you guys don't think
or
it's
maybe
a
you could
very
wait till 28 and you get a guy like the kid from North Texas, that Mestamaker.
yeah,
he's a pretty
maybe.
good one. He's a pretty good one.
He is.
I've got to watch him twice on TV. I watched him play USF, which the Bulls won. Then I watched the game last week against Navy. I kind of watch sports. I watch football. I watch it all day up till the World Series. And
Mm.
we all know what happened on
What a
Saturday
game
night. But
seven. What a
um
game seven.
that to me, guys, is
Okay, can we say? I want to say something. Can we say, and people have started to throw the word around that baseball is
what
rigged.
rigged.
Oh Jesus.
I don't know how baseball can be rigged because what so are
Mm.
you gonna tell me that they tell guys not to hit or hit a ball in a certain area?
That's what. See, I don't think it is, but that's what some people out there are saying. Like, and it's and I looked up a percentage. It's like 85% are Yankees fans, and there's like 15% that are Red Sox, and then 95% to like 97 are Phillies. Especially the one kid that's on TikTok that every time the Phillies lose or they do something stupid, he's like, "Oh, baseball's rigged," or "So and so's overrated." Like the whole year, he wanted to say, "Oh, the Dodgers paid $800 million for a guy that's a decent DH in
Hmm.
Ohtani."
Okay, so a guy that had 3 home runs and struck out 10 in the game. No player's ever done that in MLB history. So, that's
It's
fine.
all right.
You're just jealous that Ohtani didn't decide to go to the Phillies.
you know, and a guy that started Game 7 not too well when Bo Bichette hit a 3-run home run off of him, but the rest of that bullpen,
Well, you
you know,
see, originally Ohtani wasn't supposed to be the starter in Game 7. It was supposed to be Tyler Glasnow, but because he pitched the previous game and threw 3 pitches to get the save, he was ineligible to start Game 7. And I never knew that was a rule that if you pitched in relief and threw 3 however many pitches it was, that you're ineligible. Because I remember the Rays, it was either last year or the year before, went like 15 or 16 innings, and Erasmo Ramirez finished out the game, and then he started the next day, and nobody ever threw a fit about it because he got the save the game before, and then he went like 2 or 3 innings the next game, and nobody brought it up. They're like, "Oh, how is he?" Nobody said, "Oh, how is he eligible to still pitch even though because he pitched the day before?"
maybe they changed the rule from that time until now with that. Could be a rule change.
And people are throwing around, "Oh, if you can't beat him, join him." And before you came on earlier, Adam, Brad, and I were talking about. I was telling him how this guy I watched on TikTok today was talking about where he was making predictions for where all the free agents are going to go. And he's like, "Oh, I'm 100% right all the time," and he had every single one of them going to the Dodgers, including Bregman.
I don't know why.
Bregman's not leaving the Red Sox.
He opted out of his contract. He opted
I
out.
think that's to get
More money?
Yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere else.
I know
He had Bregman going to the Dodgers. He had Alonso going to the Dodgers. He
Gotcha.
had, huh?
So I thought so. What it was is that with Ohtani starting, they were allowed to keep him in the game even after he came after he. They were allowed to leave him in at DH even after he came out of the game as a pitcher.
Here's
Yeah.
Lou.
Hey Lou. That's why Ohtani started instead of Glasnow.
Okay, so it had nothing to do with that Glasnow wasn't eligible to pitch.
No.
Yeah.
It allowed it. What it does is it kept Ohtani eligible to DH.
Shit,
Right.
let's the rest of that later.
Yeah. Well, like I said, how
Mhm.
people can say that baseball is rigged is ridiculous because are you going to tell me that you would pick the worst player, or I shouldn't say the worst player, as far as statistic wise for the Dodgers to hit a game tying home run and then make the defensive play on the very next, in the bottom of that inning and make a defensive play? I don't.
Not.
Yeah.
I don't get how baseball could be rigged. It's just the Blue Jays had their chances in the 8th to increase their lead.
Well,
and then-
again, like I said, I told you what percentage of the fan
Yeah.
bases were saying it was rigged. As a Rays fan, I don't think it was.
No.
Now, do I think it was a fair World Series? No. Because you had look at the Dodgers, $100 billion roster, Otani, Betts, Freeman. And now people are trying to say that they're gonna where are they gonna play Pete Alonso if they get him? DH is taken up, first base is taken up.
Well, they
Right
have the
field.
second highest payroll in baseball. Do you know who has a higher payroll than
You
the
means
Dodgers?
nothing.
Yankees.
Not the Yankees. Nope.
The Mets.
The Mets. The Mets have the highest payroll in
That's
baseball.
the other thing. There's people out there trying to predict trades this offseason. And they have one of the trades is Clay Holmes going from the Mets to the Athletics.
That's funny because the A's have the second lowest payroll.
Man, one of the worst records in all of baseball. Why would you want to go to a team that has no chance in
No,
hell?
the A's were decent this year.
Yeah, by their standards.
Worst record in baseball this year was probably the White Sox again. No, it was the Rockies.
The Rockies.
And
But
their
over
former
top of
manager, Walt Weiss, is now the new manager of the Braves.
Correct.
So can you guys name me the 5 teams that have under $100 million in payroll? There are 5 teams that have under
Okay.
100.
I'm going to take a stab at the first Marlins,
That's
A's.
the worst. Yep, there you go. Okay, go ahead.
Marlins, A's, Rays.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Jays?
That's 3. Nope. Jays are not listed in that.
Rockies, White Sox.
Rockies?
There's
White
4.
Sox.
The Rockies.
One more. One more.
No, the Rockies are still paying Arenado's contract, I think, even
The
though he's
Rockies
on the.
are 22nd, so they're above 100 million.
Okay.
The Nationals.
Nope, the Nationals are also above 100 million.
Twins?
Nope, the Twins are up near
The
130.
Twins will be. I think the Twins by the end of the offseason will be under 100 million
Should be.
because they're
Royals?
talking about trading Joe
The
Ryan.
The Royals?
No,
Nope. Royals are over 135 million.
the
Angels?
Guardians?
Nope, the Guardians are at 100 million. The Angels are at 206 million.
Okay.
So they're up high.
you know why? Because they're still paying that disgusting contract of Anthony Rendon.
I
Stupid.
forgot about that.
So it's the Rays, White Sox, A's, Marlins, and the Pittsburgh Pirates are the other team that is in
Hey,
that
Paul Skeens.
below 5. Those are all those. So we were talking the other day, me and my boss, who's getting ready to retire in a month from now.
Are you getting a job?
I didn't get his job, buddy, but I did get a promotion.
Hey, that's good.
I'm number 2 in the department, so I'm behind the boss. So yeah, that happened the other day. So yeah, I did get a promotion. But I was gonna say we were talking about that. And again, this is a hypothetical situation because I know the MLPA is a very powerful union. If MLB agrees to a salary cap, should there also be a floor so that you can only pay the cap and you can only pay what the floor is, forcing teams to make sure that they don't pay under this but not over this?
If they did that, that would screw the Dodgers over big time.
It would screw all the high payroll teams over.
Well, you know why I say it would screw the Dodgers over the most? Because look at how much deferred money they have to Otani, Betts, Freeman, Yamamoto, Glasnow.
Yamamoto. When did they sign a Battleship?
Yeah. Wait, so I mean, do you think, guys, that they would legitimately agree?
I would.
If there was a cap and a floor.
I would much rather see a floor than a cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to see them do it the NBA the way the NBA does. Luxury tax.
Penny.
Well, I don't. The problem is you got 4 teams not paying $100 million,
Right.
and if you have a luxury tax, you're gonna have teams that are gonna come screaming in under that luxury tax. Like,
Well,
that's
and
not
the
gonna
problem
work.
with the two Florida teams is there's no income tax in the state of Florida.
No state
That's
tax.
true. That's true.
So,
No
they
state
don't.
tax. That's why professional athletes love coming to the state of Florida. And
Yeah, a lot
you
of
know
people
what
try
I
to go
read the other day, not to get off topic, but I read an article from a credible NHL insider that said if the Predators don't turn it around, that they might look to trade Steven Stamkos.
Oof.
I just saw that before we
That's saying
got
a lot.
We'll take him
got
off
on
of
here that they
there.
were talking about that. Yeah.
And they said there's 3 teams linked. And I looked, and none of the 3 teams really make sense.
What are those 3?
Yeah, give me those teams.
They obviously they had 2 Canadian teams on there. One of them's
Okay.
Toronto. And I don't think he would do that because I know he's from Canada, but he wouldn't do that because that's same division as the Lightning.
Right.
And I think he would feel like, "Oh, I'm screwing the pooch by going to Toronto."
You're the pooch.
So that was 1. 2 was Montreal, which again, I don't think that's going to happen either because that's in the Lightning's division.
Playing for Marty St. Louis?
Yeah.
Interesting. Former teammate.
Maybe, well, I mean, that's more likely than Toronto because he could mentor all the young guys that Montreal has. Caulfield, Suzuki, Demidov. Montreal's scary.
They're doing
And
they're doing pretty well they're right now themselves. They are they're tied with
Ottawa's hanging in there too without Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah. They're tied with Detroit right now, the division lead.
And then the third one was a Western Conference team. In the same division as the Oilers. Nope,
Yeah.
same division as the Oilers.
The Golden Knights.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
That's one of the I looked at Stamkos's because he's got a no trade clause, and one of the teams on his no movement clause is Vegas. He would not waive his
no trade clause.
No trade clause to go there.
The Ducks.
The last one was Winnipeg.
Oh, the Jets. Okay.
To play with Jonathan Taves.
Well, they're in second place behind the Avalanche, who the Lightning play tonight in Colorado.
I hope we beat Colorado, even though Colorado's a wagon right now.
Yeah, they're on. They have 19 points, which is the most in the league. Yeah, for the most points in the league so far.
Lou, aren't you a Rangers fan?
Yes. Now you mean
what's going on?
Now you mean
what's going on with the Rangers?
Well, they're finding their stuff right now. I mean, they still have some issues to work out. They're doing good on the road, but at home they haven't been doing so well.
You know what I'm gonna say? So much for the Flyers and Penguins tanking this year.
Yeah. You mean the Criers?
The Flyers are in the bottom, but they're not that. They're only 5 points behind.
And I'm going to say this. I think Anaheim regrets getting rid of Trevor Zegras. Do y'all? Look what he's doing in Philly.
Yeah.
But I mean, the problem is the Anaheim really had no space for him.
7-3-1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're 1 point behind the Kraken.
Right now they're losing. The Kraken.
The whole division, the Metro, it looks like it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Philly, Pittsburgh, Carolina, the Rangers. Don't count out the Islanders.
You want to know anything about the Rangers? Just go watch your inning trees video about the Rangers. So yeah,
There you go.
just go watch. Just go. And I forget how he titles it all. Like it's another day, and it's like a soap opera, like My Rangers or something like that. But every time the Rangers come up on his channel, he kind of pokes fun at the Rangers.
Yes.
But again, he's a Penguins fan, so
Mm.
that's one
Oh
of the
wait,
reasons
I
why
forgot about the Washington Capitals.
Mm-hmm.
the Capitals are near the bottom of the division at the moment. But again, it's
Well, that's it.
They
It's
got
early.
Ovechkin, so
Are you guys surprised at how well Utah's doing? So again, it's early, but
the
It's
Mammoth.
early.
the Mammoths are not doing too bad.
No, they're
Okay.
not. Did y'all see their mascot?
He was on College Game
Tusk.
Day. He's on College Game Day this past week. Yeah, that was
Isn't
cool.
it funny? They showed their record before they announced debuted the mascot, and then they showed their record after. They were 1-2-0 before they showed the mascot. Before they debuted the new mascot, and then after they were 7-2-0 before they played the Lightning.
They're actually on a 2-game losing streak. So right now,
So much for
Utah's on
that.
a 2-game losing streak. So
So much for that 7-game winning streak. I will say this: Utah does have a lot of good young players.
they do.
Mm.
They
It
do.
sucks for
Logan Cooley,
Sucks for
Clayton
Arizona.
Keller.
Didn't they just sign all those guys to long-term deals too?
Yep,
Didn't Cooley just get an
Yeah.
extension? They all got an
yep.
extension.
And Clayton Keller got one last year.
Mm.
And Dylan Ginther got one too this year, right before the season.
The Phoenix Coyotes, you mean, right?
The
That's
old
very
Phoenix Coyotes.
Arizona Coyotes.
The old Arizona Coyotes.
The
Not
Arizona
the
Coyotes.
Utah Mammoth. But the funny thing is, so they're in Utah, but their AHL team's still in Tucson, Arizona.
Mhm.
People are like, why hasn't the AHL team moved yet?
Probably because they don't have.
They technically don't
reason.
have to because the Lightnings is in Syracuse, New York. The Crunch.
Go figure that out.
Well, and
That's
then the Lightning's
it's Norfolk.
ECHL team is in Orlando.
The
Yeah.
Solar Bears. Yep. And then the other team is the Everblades, and that's down in the Everglades in South Florida. So yeah, the only team that isn't in the state of Florida is the Crunch. So there you go.
What's the Everglades? Is that like below the ECHL?
It is. It's like a developmental league. Yeah.
In a
Like I guess
swamp
if you
area.
want to say like they're single A, they're single A hockey team.
So
The
you
lowest of the low.
the Crunch, which is AHL. Then you go down a level and it's the ECHL.
That's the Solar Bears, and then below them is the Everblades. Yeah.
Whatever.
Third level.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Lightning, the problem with the Lightning is they don't have a really good prospect pool.
No.
I was watching one of the hockey guys that I watch on YouTube, and he was breaking down the best and worst farm systems in the NHL. Of course, number one was Chicago.
Right.
Right.
Number one was Chicago. Number two was Detroit.
Hmm.
And then three, I believe it was either Utah or Carolina. Because Carolina's still got some really good prospects that haven't came up. Chicago does too. Chicago's got 3 goalie prospects that haven't debuted yet.
Yeah.
And one of them was drafted all the way back in 2020. No, 2019. And he's still in the AHL.
Mm.
They don't believe he's ready yet. Could be one of those situations.
Well, no, and you know what? When they traded Seth Jones last year, they traded for Spencer Knight.
Ah, there you go.
Oh.
I think Chicago could be a sneaky playoff team this year. I've seen a lot of positives with Chicago this year through a month of the season. They seem like the Lightning have played them once, and they beat us. This is a different Blackhawks team compared to the last 2 years. Yes,
Well,
they still have Bedard, but they're a lot more physical, and they're not afraid to stir it up and get in fights. I've seen highlights of a few of their games, and Bedard has been in a couple fights this year. Not saying that's something you want from a star player.
No.
They're 2 points back in the West in that last
Mhm.
wild card spot.
Look, what do y'all think is going to happen with Vancouver? Look at all their injuries they've had.
Forget they're.
Well, if
they're
they get
gonna-
back healthy before they fall too far out, they can get right back in it. They're only a point
Yeah,
back.
if they got a hot streak and get their
Well,
players
but
back, I would say it.
let me name you the guys that are injured right now: Quinn Hughes,
hmm
Connor Garland, Philip Hedl.
Oh wow.
Forget
So there's 2 top forwards right there, and then your number 1 defenseman. Thatcher Demko was hurt for a little bit.
Well,
Then they got like 3 or 4 other first or second year guys that are out injured. Can you pull up their injured reserve, Brad? Vancouver?
Vancouver?
Yeah. Because people are poking fun at them. They're saying, oh, they're the walking wounded with all the injuries they've had.
Uh-huh.
And they're playing a bunch of like guys from like the AHL.
They only have 3 listed injuries: Connor Garland, Derek Forbot, and Victor Mancini.
Oh, so that means Quinn Hughes must be back then.
Yeah, that's all I see too. I only see the 3 he mentioned. Yep, I only see 3 down that they listed down.
Okay, so they must have got Hedl back. They must check their lines. Go on, I think it's Daily Face Off, and look up their line combos and see if, because Hughes was out for a while.
Daily Face Off. Let's see.
I'll get it right here.
I'm interested, and then we can talk about the Lightning for a minute. I'm interested to see if the kid they called up from Syracuse a couple weeks ago, that Charles Edward Dastu, if he ends up taking somebody's spot in the lineup.
Who was it you were looking for, Bud, as far as the line for Vancouver?
Quinn
He
Hughes.
played Monday. He played Monday. He had a point. He was +1 on Monday night.
Yeah, he's in the
Okay,
defense.
so he's back. And then Philip Hedl. Hedl was the other one.
There's Ronick.
Yeah.
There he
Well,
is.
I don't see Hedl anywhere on here. They've got
Yeah, he hasn't played since Sunday, the
Yeah.
19th.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna download that app.
Download
Daily-
it.
You can see the Lightning's lineup every night, every time they play.
Well, yeah, I mean it's nice to have it for anything else, for stat purposes too.
What do you think about the new kid on the block for the Lightning? That the defenseman,
Number 52.
Charles 51, Dastu.
I like him. It was.
Do you
cool to
think
see
he's
him
going to
play.
steal somebody's spot?
Why not? Why not? I mean, he's a defenseman. We don't have a lot of.
They're supposed to be getting a defenseman back tonight, I believe. I saw
So
where
Yeah, so
Crozier's supposed to be back.
yeah, he's listed. So they're going 7 defensemen, so 11 forwards.
So
it's a-
Rish is probably out of the lineup then.
Yeah, it's Hagel, Point, Kucherov, Gensel, Sorelli, and then there's no right wing on that line. Then Bjorkstad, James, Gonzalez.
James is another one that's been surprisingly, I know he has no points yet, but he's bringing a physical element.
And then you got Gergensons, Gord, and Holberg are the forward pairings. Then it's Hedman, Mosier, McDonough, Chernak, the new kid, and Lilleberg. And then Crozier is the extra defenseman.
Mm.
That's how
I tell you, the two defensemen on the Lightning that I don't want to mess with are Chernak and Lilleberg. Lilleberg could, if you get in a fight with Lilleberg, you might as well pack it in.
Yes, you might as well.
And Brad can back me up on that. We've both, as Lightning fans, we've both seen Lilleberg fight.
Yes.
Mm.
And same with Chernak.
Chernak, the funny thing about Chernak is you see that he's wearing a full face shield.
Yeah.
So he's wearing a full face shield, so but
Why? I have never been able to figure out, is he hurt?
it could be they might be protecting his jaw or something along those lines. Usually you see players will wear that because they're having jaw injuries or they have some eye or something that has been affected that they wear the full face shield.
Yeah.
But
I like the line combinations for the Lightning, especially the Bjorkstrand, James, Oliver Bjorkstrand, Dominic James, and Gage Gonzalez.
yeah, those are all young
I
kids.
feel like Gonzalez and James, they're gonna get James is gonna get his first NHL point soon, maybe tonight. And then people are like, "Oh, Oliver Bjorkstrand's been a disappointment." It's only a month into the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the Lightning are just starting to find their footing.
Yeah.
It's like Detroit. Like, as a Red Wings fan, Adam, how the Red Wings started the season kind of slow. And then McClellan chewed them out. And now all of a sudden they're playing a lot better.
Well, they dropped the first one to Montreal 5-1. And it felt like a lot of same old same. Here we go again. And when we played Thursday, Friday morning at the morning skate, McClellan lit them up, lit a fire under their asses, and they've gone 9-3 since then.
Well, and then look at the contributions you're getting. Simon Edvinsson had 2 goals.
Edmonton's got a couple. I mean, DeBrinken's got a couple. Larkin's been red hot to start the year.
Yeah.
Berggren's been decently good. Goaltending's been good.
The goaltending's been pretty solid. Raymond's come on. We've gotten contributions from Van Riemsdyk. Marco Casper picked up right where he left off at the end of last year. And you were saying
Did you guys see where New Jersey gave their goalie Markstrom an extension?
You hadn't seen that.
Yes. 2 years.
I tell you, that's the one team in the Metro that scares me. Even though I don't follow the Metro as much as I do the Atlantic, there's specifically two teams in the Metro that scare me: New Jersey and Carolina.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
In Carolina, it's because of their top. Seth Jarvis
Yes.
has blossomed into a. Is it too early to call him a superstar?
Yes, way too early.
And then, I mean, I would say Pittsburgh, but they got a lot of old guys. Crosby, Malkin. I know I'm forgetting one. Who's the defenseman?
Letang.
Letang.
Yep.
Well, it's like, was it Rabel? I don't remember who it was.
And then look at San Jose. I know they're still rebuilding, but
They're very, very young.
They're a fun young team to watch, though.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith, Macklin Celebrini, William Eklund. They got two
Great
decently
option.
good goaltenders.
Yeah.
Nedeljkovic and Askarov, who the Predators gave up on, which I think was the wrong choice.
Mhm.
I wonder if Carey
Pretty
Price
close
ever makes
name
it back
anyway.
to the league.
There's a guy I watch hockey. I think his YouTube thing is Hockey Psychopath, and he every week when the week's over of the NHL games, he recaps them, and every time he gets to LA, he's like, "Oh, the Cup prophecy's still alive." But they're just gonna go to the Stanley. They're gonna end up going to the finals and losing because of Corey Perry.
Yes.
The Corey Perry curse.
Yeah.
The teams are scary good.
Yes. Not my good, just scary though.
And you know what? Just for all intents and purposes, I'd love to see Andrei Kopitar win one more Stanley Cup.
All intents and purposes.
I think correct me if I'm wrong, it's his last year, right? Didn't he say he was going to hang
Yeah.
it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is
So-
his
And honestly, it should be Drew Doughty's last year too. I think I love Drew Doughty's one of the best stay-at-home defensive defensemen.
Sorry.
And I think he needs to, and y'all might disagree with me, I think he needs to think about hanging him up after this year.
I think you're right.
think about it, I mean, but if he's
He's not the
he's still-
same. He's not the same he was in his, dare I say, prime.
Fine.
No pun intended on Deion Sanders.
Right.
Did y'all see where Shadur showed up at Colorado last week on the Browns bye and walked into his dad's office and surprised his dad?
no,
I saw that.
didn't see that.
Heard about it.
Shadur, why aren't you out at the field practicing?
It's the
You want to be a
offseason.
starting quarterback.
Because not every you have to take a time off at some point.
I understand that, but he says he's ready to be a starting quarterback. I'm sorry. I think the Browns are going to end up dropping a QB. They have 2 first-round picks. It'd make all the sense in the world to take a quarterback with one of those 2 picks. If you want to take a shot on Lenore Sellers if he comes out, or a Garrett Nussmeier.
Didn't Nussmeier get hurt?
He did, but he's got no eligibility left, so he's got
Right.
no choice. He has to come
I know.
out.
But I'm saying
He
if I
did
was
get
given
hurt.
I wouldn't want to take a top pick. I wouldn't want to use a top pick on him though.
I wouldn't either, but there's going to be somebody that takes that risk. For all we know, it might be the Saints because I think their offense coordinator is Nussmeier's dad. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Not sure.
Doug. Am I right, Brad?
I believe so.
Is Garrett Nussmeier's dad the offensive some type of coordinator for the Saints?
Yeah.
So I know Nussmeier's been hurt this year, but I could see the Saints saying, you know what, we know what to expect with Garrett Nussmeier. We're going to take him number 1 if we have the number 1 pick, even though we have other issues to address, and one of them is wide receiver because you're losing Brandon Cooks in the offseason. And I hope to God you can pay Chris Kosolave, because if you can't, you're going to lose him too. And then you have the only other receiver you have on that roster is Damon Vele, who is a 5th string wide receiver and kick returner for the Broncos.
Yes.
I know you, as a Patriots fan, Brad, you would have took Olave in a heartbeat,
Yes.
even though you have Stephon Diggs. Well,
Yeah, but Diggs is past his prime.
then you have a unproven young receiver in Kyle Williams and Efton Chisholm, and you have Demario Douglas. Your
Well,
only consistent pass catcher, I would say, the whole year has been Hunter Henry.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say it's got to be the tight end. That seems to be a common
Well,
thing
and Austin Hooper too, kind of.
because look at the Packers; they just lost their tight end towards ACL. So, so
Look at I feel the one team I feel bad for is the 49ers. Look at all the injuries they've
Yeah.
had.
again,
Purdy. Yeah, 2 years in a row.
Man,
McCaffrey
And
still-
people are making the joke that somebody put like something on McCaffrey for him not to get hurt, but then they put a curse on the rest of the team
Yeah.
because Brock Purdy's out,
That's a curse right there.
Ricky Pearsall's out, Fred Warner's out, Nick Bosa's out,
Train wreck.
Michael Williams.
Well, like I said, always watch Utree's videos for the week, and I'll tell you that the football gods curse teams.
They're pound of flesh.
They did.
Man.
They definitely did curse the 49ers.
Yeah.
And at the end of each video, he goes to guys that are either hurt or out, and it's kind of interesting how the background music is. I think forget what the name of that comedy, the Holy Grail. What the heck?
Monty Python.
There you go. Thank you, Lou.
Mm.
It's
We always
bring
get a
out
break
your
so much.
dead, bring out
Mhm.
your dead, and then at the end of it, he goes, "Oh, I'll see you next Tuesday." And they so yeah, it's something along
I
those
watched
lines.
this guy on TikTok that does after every week. He's dressed up as an injury demon,
Yeah,
and he
the
does a
injury demon.
skit. Yes, and he does a skit where everybody that gets hurt, he tells them, "Oh, you're gonna be here you're only here short term, or you're here for the season. Here's your key to the resort."
Oh, yeah.
I get, and of course, we don't wish injuries upon anybody,
No,
but I get a kick out of it because the way his mannerisms and the way he says it. Like he had one with Mike Evans, and it, and
Yeah.
it was Mike Evans before the collarbone injury when he had his hamstring, and he's like, "Oh, so I'm here," and then Mike Evans disappears because he says the injury demon says, "No, you're good to play tonight." So he snaps his finger, and Mike Evans goes back, but then Mike Evans goes back later.
Mhm.
And he's like, "Oh no,
Can I just get
you're
my ring back?
potentially here for the season now."
yeah. I was gonna say that from what I read that Evans, McMillan, and Godwin are all out indefinitely. They don't know when any of those guys are coming back. So
So it's gonna be Ibuka, Tez
and
Johnson,
Trey
Palmer.
Trey Palmer.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
And we all knew that Trey. Well, you and me, Brad, thought that Trey Palmer wasn't gonna make the team at all.
No. But then again, now you know why they went out and got a Emeka Buka. Because had they not got him,
They'd be
there'd
screwed.
be nobody. I mean, you have
I
Cade Otton.
still have to, in my head, I still go over when we drafted not just Ibuka this year, Tez Johnson. We drafted the lightest player in NFL history.
Nah, well, that worked out. It seems like
And then we signed as
got
a
some type of,
UDFA.
with draft picks. There's only been a few that have not panned out. So
Well, and then we signed the heaviest player in NFL history,
who is currently on the practice squad?
Mr. Desmond Watson.
He's on the practice squad.
That's it.
Um,
He's an 18-wheeler truck.
I follow Rock Riley on Instagram, and he every week there's a video of him of Desmond in camp running, doing something. So yeah, he's losing weight, but I don't think he's anywhere near football shape to be on the field. But
No, that's a Big Mac truck.
yeah. When he does get in
Him and
playing-
Vita Vea.
If he can ever get to the
That's
league.
going to be a scary sight. Him and Vita Vea clogging up the middle.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
luck
because-
running up the middle.
Hassan Reddick is out. Hassan Reddick's been out. He's another guy that's been out for the Bucks for a while. They don't know when he's coming back either. So
And I keep seeing mock drafts where they try to give the Bucks a linebacker because they say, "Oh, the Bucks need either a guy that's an heir apparent to Levante David or somebody to play next to Levante David because they don't have it on the roster." Yeah, we do. Servassier Dennis. I understand he's in his second year. Give the kid some time.
he's all right. He's all right. He's an enigma, but again, it's only his second year because he'll have games where he's great, and then he'll have games where he's not.
Anthony Nelson was good against the Saints.
Well, the one in the interception. Yeah, the interception.
And that, I can't believe it. He's played how many years for the Bucks, and that was his first career interception.
Didn't he set some kind of NFL record with a interception, a forced fumble, and a sack all in the same game?
Yep.
So, yeah.
Wrong. I think that was something that was said about him. Something like that.
And I think the reason the Bucks didn't trade for anybody is I was reading earlier today after I got off work that Jason Light does not like coughing up draft picks.
No.
That's why the Bucks, well, he's been the GM. They have not traded up in the draft.
No, I mean, again, no general manager, none of them are perfect, but
Other than Howie Roseman.
the Eagles just get richer. So again, that's another team that just gets richer.
Yeah, they got two cornerbacks, and people are whining. They're like, "Oh, the Eagles are going to turn, what's his face? They're going to turn Jair Alexander into an All-Pro."
Yeah, right.
Jair Alexander's washed.
Well, you never know in that defense. You never know in that defense.
And then they got Michael Carter II from the Jets to play nickel.
That's a good question.
And then they went out and traded for, who was it? They traded for a defensive lineman.
What's this game? Oh,
What are you watching, Lou?
the Tragic and the Hawks. I mean the Magic.
What did you say?
He's watching the NBA. He's watching the Magic. All I heard was Magic. I know they're doing bad. They only have one win.
The Hawks and the Tragic.
No, the Magic have 2 wins.
Two wins. Okay.
Wow,
2 wins.
It's
Three
still
wins?
early in
3
the
wins
season,
now?
though.
Okay.
They got 3 whole wins.
Do I hear 4?
They should beat the Hawks. The Hawks are not.
Yeah,
Other than Trae Young, you can't really name anybody on the Hawks.
that's true.
I
So-
do like the trade that the Magic made in the offseason, getting Desmond Bain.
Yes.
It opens, to me, I feel like it opens the offense a lot more. Because now you can't just face guard and double team Paulo and Franz. Because if you do, then that leaves a guy like Desmond Bain open. And Desmond Bain's not a bad defender either.
No.
And I think the Grizzlies are going to end up trading Jaw because they just suspended him for 1 game again.
He never seems to learn his lesson. He's always been a troublemaker, and every year he sees to get himself into more trouble, and it's going to lead to more suspensions. I mean, this kid is, the baddest boy of all.
He just the
just
thing
never
is,
learned.
I think he's intentionally trying to get himself out of Memphis.
No shit.
I think that's why
Yeah,
he
one
keeps getting
shot.
suspended.
I
It's
don't
that
think I've ever.
simple.
I don't think I've ever heard Lewis cuss before. So let's just start with that right there.
Neither have I.
That's true.
In the 3-4 months that I've been on this show,
Of all the years we've done this show, I don't think I've ever heard Luke cuss before. So that's awesome. So yeah, that's fine.
But it's true because
Keep going.
he does every year. And, you know, he gets suspended, he gets fined. He just doesn't learn from his mistakes. Or
no,
maybe
he
he didn't
doesn't.
mistake.
And again, like I just said, I think he's trying to, in a way, tell Memphis, I want out. I want to go somewhere
go
else.
already.
Problem
Then
is,
go
I don't
already.
know if anybody's going to take him because the NBA sees, the other teams in the NBA see that he's a troublemaker.
See, I told you.
I mean, I would say give him to the Rockets or give him to somebody. Just
Send him
get him out of
overseas.
Memphis. I think if he gets out of Memphis, we will see a different Ja Morant.
Yeah.
I said 2 years ago when he first started getting into trouble is that he needed to sit down with a therapist and work through his issues.
He needs a psychiatrist.
Okay, you know, that's not a bad idea.
And
Yeah.
that they're mental health conditions where you can say all the right things, think all the right things, and still act poorly. And if you're not being treated for your issues, they're going to keep coming back.
Yeah.
And
Look at, okay, can I use an example in the NFL? Antonio Brown.
Sure. Antonio Clown.
Yes, Antonio Clown.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to one of the people I work with today, and he was telling me that Antonio Brown is trying to make an NFL comeback.
who?
Antonio Brown.
And he was bad news too.
He might
And
have more of it's. He might have more of a like a early CTE type of situation.
oh, he is mass. I
well-
think he has beyond early stages of CTE.
'Cause
Have
with-
y'all seen his Twitter
Not recently.
and
I don't see Twitter.
delusional things he posts on Twitter? He's a rapper now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said when my coworker
Yeah.
today told me that Antonio Brown's a rapper now. I'm like, okay. You expect me to listen to his music?
No.
His music's probably just as bad as his tweets and his nonsense that comes out of his mouth.
Really gangster rap anyway. No, I'm serious. It may sound weird, but I think it's serious. I think he's gangster rap.
I wouldn't be, you know what? I wouldn't be at all surprised.
He would make Coolio.
To be
What's
frank
the-
with you.
Alec, I'll put it this way. He would make Coolio look like a choir boy. Vince Fanning lost my life inside a stupid paradise. Never mind. Okay, next.
So, before we get to making picks, Adam Scheffner
Mark.
released
Uh-oh.
his projected college football 12-team playoff bracket.
Oh
So
yeah.
these are the two teams that are out, and this is kind of interesting. How it's funny that they have Texas and Oklahoma as the two teams out. What a coincidence that those two teams are rivals. But here's how it boils down. The four teams that have buys as of right now are Alabama, Ohio State, Texas A&M, and Indiana. So those four would have first round buys. So two SEC, two Big Ten. The first round matchups would be number 12 Memphis playing Georgia, number 9 Oregon playing number 8 Texas Tech, number 11 Virginia versus number 6 Ole Miss, and number 10 Notre Dame versus number 7 BYU. So that's how it would all. And then the
No, wait. What about Vandy?
Vandy is not listed in here. Not
Why?
Vanderbilt. I'm guessing Lou that they have Alabama and A&M and Georgia in
But
the
you
S.
can't.
One of those
But you can't have
combinations.
Vandy's done this year. I mean, come
And
on.
Ole
It's the
Miss.
best season. I mean, it's the best season since the dinosaurs left the earth. So that you gotta give them credit for being in there.
The dinosaurs?
Well, the highest team that they have right now is A&M, so that means they have the Aggies winning the SEC. Is what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get it.
Bama winning the SEC.
Yeah, okay.
I would.
Maybe.
I'm
Which I know they
looking for the playoff poll, but I can't seem to find it.
That was Adam Schefter on X, is where I got that from.
Well, I just saw where on. Let's see if I can find it on ESPN.
Yeah, that's the same one. They got Memphis, Georgia, Oregon, Texas Tech, Virginia, Ole Miss, Notre Dame, BYU, and then Alabama, Ohio State, A&M, and Indiana.
Okay, so Cincinnati's 25, Washington 24, Tennessee 23, Memphis. Why is Michigan and Adam? I know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna say, why is Michigan even getting considered for the playoff? I know they have 2 losses, but they almost lost to Purdue.
Exactly. I mean,
Well,
it's like this is stupid. So
Cincinnati, I can understand. Nobody expected them to be as good as they are. Vandy's number 15.
15. Oh, yeah, the loss.
Vandy, Louisville, Texas, Virginia, OU, Notre Dame. So OU is in the playoff right now.
Okay. Yeah, Oregon would. Yeah, Oklahoma would be at 12.
No, they're at 11.
Yeah, okay. In the AP poll. In the college football ranking poll, they have them at number 12, Oklahoma.
And they're the second team out.
Yep.
Yeah.
As Memphis gets the automatic qualifier from the
American. Yep.
Well, so say Memphis loses this week. Who would then take that group of 5 spot next week? What's the
USF
chances?
wins out, and they win the American. They're in. That's what I heard the other day. But they have to win out.
Much.
So if they win their last 3 games, they're
4.
in. Their last 4 games, they're in.
Yep. Yeah, they have to
including the conference championship.
Right. They have to beat UTSA Thursday. Then they have Navy on the road, then UAB, and then Rice at home to end the season. But then they'd have to beat, most likely, it could be a rematch with North Texas. Could be Tulane, or it could be Memphis again. So it just depends on who. Memphis has to play Navy yet. So there's a shot in the dark that they lose. But Navy had a questionable game last week against North Texas. Is just good. They're just a good football team.
They're just good. They're just good.
Yeah, they're just a good football team.
They're just good. Let's leave it at that. They're just good.
Yeah, their quarterback is pretty damn good too.
Oh, Mestamaker.
Yeah.
Everything with him.
I'm a Mestamaker.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and go through our picks for college. We'll start on Friday night. Northwestern's on the road in Berkeley to play USC. The Trojans are the favorite. The over-under is 50.5. 50 and a hook. But USC is a favorite.
USC.
Yeah. Take the Trojans all the way.
Trojans.
Yeah.
Okay. The next game is the number 2 team in the country. That's Indiana on the road in Happy Valley. And there's
I'm sorry. I'm going to take USC as well.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. The over-under in the Penn State-Indiana game is 48 and a hook.
It's a shame what
Indiana.
happened to Penn State
Indiana
this
being the
year.
favorite.
They've lost 5 in a row now, and now they're going against Indiana. Forget. I mean, earlier in the season, I would have taken Penn State. They would have been that good, but I have to go to Indiana now. They are for real.
Let me see.
Think the Hoosiers all the way across the board, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Because they don't have any trap games ahead. They don't have to play Ohio State.
They'll play Ohio
So,
State
yeah.
in Indianapolis at the end of the season in the Big Ten championship, most likely.
Right.
Yeah.
If that's the way. The next
I
one
think they
is
will. I think Ohio State's going to beat Michigan.
Yes.
The next one is Georgia, Mississippi State. The Bulldogs are the favorite. The over-under is 57 and a hook.
Give me the Mean Machine and black and
Black and red.
yeah, as
Wait,
Pat
repeat that again?
McAfee likes to say. Give me
Whatever.
go Dogs.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, since they're both dogs.
Georgia?
Dogs.
Georgia.
Give me
Georgia.
Give me the Georgia Bulldogs.
Georgia, UGA.
Even though people like to say Pat McAfee's the biggest clown, and he saved College Game Day.
I found out the other day that I guess as a coach, Steve Spurrier was a 10-1 against Georgia as a coach at Florida. I did not know that. So he's not very liked in Athens, but I'll take Georgia too.
He can I throw out the word owns?
Yeah.
Well, and then I think the few years he was in South Carolina, he had a winning record against them too. So as a coach,
You went to
He
11.
owns Georgia then.
yeah, he's not. Yeah, it's not like let's say he was still coaching age. Now they're gonna roll. Hey, Steve, come coach for us. No, I don't think he would be well liked in Georgia.
The entire state or just in Athens?
I think
Probably
just
just
the entire.
Athens.
I'd say the entire state. I
He
don't
was
think they like him
11.
at all in Georgia.
11-1 from 1990 to 2001.
See, told you. he took Georgia to the whooping shed a bunch of times. Yeah.
You could put it. Sorry, Georgia fans. You could put Steve Spurrier's name on Sanford Stadium.
I watched a
Make it Spurrier Stadium.
Yeah, I watched a Secret Base beef video about Spurrier and the Bulldogs earlier this week. But the next one is this game's going to be good. It's on ABC. It's a noon kickoff between BYU and Texas Tech. BYU's the underdog. It's 52 and a hook against Texas Tech.
I'm taking
Give me the
BYU.
Cougs, rawr.
BYU.
Yeah, I'll go all the way across.
Bear Bachmeier. Most underrated quarterback in college football.
The next game, I'm not even really going to make a pick because I think we're all going to take the Buckeyes. I don't think Purdue has a shot in the dark of beating Ohio State, even though they're at home. I don't think it's a shot in the dark. It would take Ohio State's losing half their to have.
Well, or it would take Purdue having another Tyler Trent game like they had in 20.
Yeah.
Adam, can you look up the last time we played Purdue in West Lafayette? 2018. That was the Tyler Trent game. I don't need another memory of that. I still have vivid nightmares that I want to forget about that said game. That one, and when we lost by 30 in Kinnick to Iowa. Those two things live rent-free in my head to this day.
I don't think you have anything to worry about this Saturday. The next game, too, Ole Miss is playing the Citadel. I don't think there's really any.
Ole Miss by 1,000.
Yeah. There's no line. There's no line in that game. So
Citadel.
Yeah.
The Citadel. See, and I know you're an SEC guy, Brad, but this is what I mean by the SEC doesn't play anybody out of conference.
Right.
They play cupcake games in the middle of when everybody else is playing conference games.
Yeah,
The Citadel's a military school, so military academy. But yeah, no, Ole Miss should have no problem winning there.
Should being the operative word there.
Yeah.
Should. If they do, then Lane Kiffin has some
serious problems. Yeah, then he will take the job as a Florida Gator head coach because
All right.
he will take the job in Florida.
Hell.
The next game is A&M and Missouri. The Aggies are the favorite.
A&M.
48 and a hook.
Gig 'em. Gig 'em. Give me the Aggies.
Yeah, me too. Missouri's been an enigma too. They have good games and then they yeah.
Well, hey, they live rent free in your head.
Hey, I had them winning the SEC championship a year ago, and they didn't do they shit the bed doing that stuff too. So yeah, and they've always, since they joined the conference, they've been a thorn in the side of the Florida Gators. They have been a thorn in the side of the Florida Gators since they joined the conference. So yeah, that's another reason why
that's like, as an Ohio State fan, that's Rutgers.
Yeah,
we beat Rutgers all the time, but they always try to keep it close.
Yes.
The next one is a Big Ten at 3:30. It's Oregon on the road against the Hawkeyes, and it's 40 and a hook. And Oregon's the favorite in this match.
Oregon.
Iowa.
I'm gonna take Iowa in the upset.
It's in Kinnick, and Kinnick is where one loss or undefeated teams go to die. Just ask an Ohio State fan that.
Yep.
I told you
that's
the other game that lives rent free in my head and gives me nightmares. It makes me question my fandom as an Ohio State fan.
Okay.
Because we missed the playoffs because of losing that game in 2017.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
The next one is Syracuse on the road in Coral Gables with Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Okay, I mentioned this on our show earlier, Brad. I have a new quote for Miami. Is Miami going to find a way to Miami themselves into losing this game?
To lose 2 in a row?
Yes. And firmly be out of the playoff.
Yeah, because where are they at as far as the ACC rankings? Where are they at in the ACC? They are not even close to the top.
No.
They're 2
They would need help.
Yeah, you know who the leader is right now in the ACC?
Georgia Tech.
No, sir.
Virginia?
There you go. Undefeated.
Hey. I guess we have an undercover person for UVA watching this show and our other show we do. And he told Tony Elliott before the season, take this and use it as bulletin board material. You got these people talking that you're on the hot seat.
Good. So now we'll be permanently on the board in Virginia now. We'll never get to go there. We'll be blacklisted for media credentials. Do not let these fools in this stadium because they blacklisted us. So, yeah.
I mean, you never know. They could get new media people and they just forget about it. I see. I won't have to go back there. I've already been to Virginia Tech. And I mean, I haven't been to UVA. I haven't been to JMU. I think we would just be blacklisted from UVA. We'd be able to go to all the other schools. Unless
I didn't know that Pittsburgh was 5-1 in the conference.
Yep.
Well, that's not bad. They're 7-2 overall. They're right in the thick of it.
Hey, that's another school we might be blacklisted from.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah, we said Nardizzi was on the hot seat.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we're safe at Georgia Tech though. We've upped them all season. So if the Yellow Jackets call, Yeah.
Wow.
I see. I haven't been to a Georgia Tech game, but I've been by their stadium in Atlanta. So we're safe. We could go there. Don't have to worry about getting blacklisted. We're definitely
Everybody-
blacklisted. You know what? I can say this: we're definitely blacklisted from Miami.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I've lived in Florida all my life and have no dire need to go to Coral Gables. So,
I've already been. I've already been to Coral Gables when I was a young kid for Ohio State, Miami in 2007. I have no desire to go back there again. Nope, zero.
well, I was on my cruise this year to miss the USF game, so there was my chance to go down there.
so we're blacklisted from Miami. We're
Virginia.
blacklisted from UVA
Yeah, yeah.
and Pitt.
No, you know what? They might let us come to UGA just so that when we get there, they can go. So these fools thought we were going to lose, and we are what? ACC champions. Interesting.
Oh yeah, UVA. Yeah, and we might be plastered everywhere on campus. And
Yeah.
people might see us, and they might be like, "Oh, these fools are the ones that said we weren't gonna. That Tony
Correct.
Elliott was gonna be gone."
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Correct.
Same with Pitt. We might be plastered everywhere around their campus too. I have no desire to go to Pitt anymore. I'll go to West Virginia. I'll go to Morgantown instead.
Oh, we can go to the backyard brawl. We just be Mountaineers and Panthers. Oh,
Yeah,
Miami,
because we're
Ohio.
not blacklisted from there. Because we might be blacklisted from there because we talked about Neil Brown, but he's not there anymore.
Ohio.
It's Rich Rod now.
Ohio leads Miami of Ohio 10-6 in the first quarter. Third quarter, excuse me. Third quarter. Yeah, they're in the third quarter. I'm sorry, I thought they're in the third quarter.
Ohio just scored.
Correct.
So what's the next game?
Let me look, guys. Yeah, I'm. Let me get back on track. The next game is Auburn Vandy. Commodores are the favorite. 45 and a hook is the.
You know what? We might be blacklisted from Auburn too.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's okay. No desire to go there.
We could go to Tuscaloosa instead and really stick it.
We could go to Tuscaloosa. We could go to Birmingham.
UAB.
Yeah, you can't go to UAB either because we trashed Trent Dilfer. So.
Oh wait, we might be blacklisted there too.
Yeah, I was gonna say. We trashed him.
Hey, we're the smart ones that said she should have been fired a long time ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have listened to us a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's not our fault that it's not our fault if we get blacklisted from UAB. Because we tried to offer you advice into getting rid of Trent Dilfer, but yeah, you didn't want to listen.
Well, you idiot.
Yeah, I don't really know. The next one is Big Ten, 4:30 on the Big Ten Network. Washington on the road in Madison to play the Badgers. Washington.
Do you think we're still allowed in Wisconsin?
Badgers.
I don't think
probably not until Luke Fickle gets fired.
Yeah, he gets fired. We'll be safe.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll be safe.
I'm taking Washington.
Me too.
Yeah, Washington.
Now, I've heard that Jed Fish might be in play for Florida.
That's a name that I've heard. Tampa Bay Lightning. That's a name that I've heard pop up on the radio and stuff like that. That there's a possibility he could.
Problem is, I don't think he's gonna leave Washington. Apparently, the Lightning game doesn't start till 10:30.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why I can't get it on here? Okay, no wonder why.
It said it was say I saw it. It said 9:30, and then I looked and it said 10:30. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
All right, well then I'll go back to what I was watching then. Okay. The next one. Speaking of the Commodores, they're the next game that we're picking. They're at home against Wake Forest. Like I said, Virginia. I don't. Again, same thing with Ohio State. There's no shot in the dark that Wake beats Virginia. I don't think.
Well, see, We said that a few weeks back about SMU. There was no way they were going to lose to Wake Forest, and they lost on the
Yeah.
last second field goal.
I mean, Wake's got to win one of their remaining 4 games.
Hey,
bowl
could we
eligible.
be talking about Jake Dicker as coach of the year in the ACC?
For
Or
Virginia?
would it be for Wake Forest? Because they were like 2-10 last year, and now
Actually, honestly, after this game, they have nothing left that you have to worry about. They got North Carolina, Delaware, and those are 2 home games, and then they got Duke on the road to end the season. Wake Forest does. So
I'm not gonna
they'll be
say
bowl
I'm
eligible
scared
by
of
the
North
time.
Carolina. I'm not scared of North Carolina, but that's a rivalry game for Wake.
Yeah.
So is the Duke game because it's all Tobacco Road. That's all that general
Mhm.
Oh,
area.
like this back here.
Carolina.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Wake Forest and Duke. That's the Tobacco.
Tobacco Road. Yeah.
And then they close it out with NC State.
I'm taking
so.
it in Virginia anyway,
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
can get
for
off the
sure.
blacklist at UVA.
we could
Yeah.
yeah. The next one is Cal on the road against Louisville.
Louisville.
Hey,
Cardinals.
we could go to Louisville, Kentucky.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with Louisville. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
It's very
We're
nice.
cool with them. We've talked them up the entire season.
I've heard it's very nice there in Louisville.
I've been through Louisville. It's
Well,
okay.
my thing is that the correct pronunciation? Because I've heard people from
Or
there
Louisville.
say it's Louisville.
Louisville.
Yeah.
Just
Louisville.
it depends on where you're.
Here's where you're
Like
from.
you got a mouthful of marbles, Louisville.
Potato,
Louisville.
potato. However you want to call it,
Just not Louisville.
Not Louisville. Yeah, no. They will
Yeah.
definitely
It's a joke, it's a
take a
joke.
lot of. They will definitely think you're an idiot by saying that. They will
Let's say
definitely.
Louisville, Kentucky.
I'm going to
Yeah.
Louisville, Kentucky. No, you're going where? Yeah.
Louisville.
You go,
Louisville.
what?
Or Lexington, Kentucky.
Or Lexington.
Or I'm going to where the University of Kentucky's located.
Yeah, that's just good. Yeah,
Where's
I'm going
that?
to Louisville. We're home of the Cardinals.
What did you just say? Yeah, you heard me right. I'm going to Louisville.
the final.
That's not how it's pronounced. I'll take it Louisville anyway. By the
me
way,
too. The
Yeah.
final 2 games. The final 2 games are both at 7:30 kickoff. LSU, Alabama. LSU's in a turmoil. I'm taking Bama.
Roll Tide.
In Tuscaloosa.
I don't give a
So-
piss about nothing but the Tide.
And then the last one is Notre Dame and Navy. And
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
yeah,
Here come the Irish. Play like a champion.
I'm
Right.
taking that as well.
Which Oklahoma fans are complaining that Notre Dame stole that tradition from them.
I've heard that before.
They're like, oh, Notre Dame stole the play like a champion thing from us. No, they didn't. Notre Dame's been doing that for decades. Your
They
thing
have
is
had,
the stupid boomer, whatever it is, the the Sooner,
Boomer Sooners.
this
Yeah. It's starting
that,
at
but
Oklahoma.
the thing that their home games when they come out, the Sooner Schooner,
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
where they have.
Oklahoma.
I like
Well-
Oklahoma State's thing where they have the student section, and those kids are having the most fun, even though their team stinks this year. Oklahoma State.
We have a Oklahoma hater on. Well, 2 Oklahoma haters on the show. Both Bobby and Gerald both.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're both Texas Longhorn fans. So they both hate Oklahoma. Bobby messaged me the other day. He's like, so I said, hey, are you pulling for Oklahoma to beat Tennessee? He goes, hell no, I'm not. And then
Hell no.
anyway, they beat them, which made me happy because Oklahoma beat them in Knoxville. I'm like, see, Yeah, see.
And the funny thing was, I wanted to go. I looked up tickets.
Big one.
Ridiculous for a half decent seat. $700.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's late in the
They don't
season.
play there. They don't play in Knoxville.
No, I then again next Wednesday I'm going to the Tennessee UNF basketball game, men's.
That could be fun.
It should be because I'm going to get to see one of the guys that I went to UNF with. He's a coach. He's one of the assistant coaches now on for University of North Florida.
Okay, so now we will get to the pro level. Thursday night's game is the Raiders on the road in Denver to play the Broncos.
Broncos.
The Broncos.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the Broncos. Yeah, we can turn that into a thing for the pros. Sorry, Alabama.
The morning game on Sunday morning is the Falcons in Berlin to play the Colts. The Colts are the home team.
Ugh. The Colts are good, but the Falcons are just ugh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I'm taking Indianapolis, and a bounce back is.
I'll take the Colts. The slaughter. The Falcons like chickens.
The first clear cut game hits home for me. It's Patriots at Bucks.
Buccaneers. I know who you're gonna take, Brad.
No, surprisingly, I'm not taking them. I'm taking Tampa Bay, and the only reason is I think that the Patriots secondary is vulnerable. So, but I could be totally wrong and watch Drake May go off and have a huge day. Watch them go off and
the Patriots defense is Swiss cheese.
Yeah, well, that's what they say, but
Christian Gonzalez is your only good corner.
Yeah, as like I said, they are going to have their hands full because you got Emeka Buka, you got
Tez Johnson,
Cameron Brate. You got a bunch, and then if they get Bucky back,
you mean not Cameron Brate. You mean Cade Otton.
Cade Otton, excuse me. Yes.
And then Ryan Miller's your third. Trey Palmer, Ryan Miller.
And if they get Bucky back, that's bad news too.
I think there's a good chance that Bucky comes back this week.
Okay. The next game is the Browns at the Jets.
Yeah.
Combined 3 wins between the two teams that are playing on 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Cleveland. Give me Cleveland.
I'm gonna take Cleveland.
I don't think so.
I think I took the Browns in our pool.
Give me the Browns. Unfortunately, as a Bengals fan, it pains me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is the Jags at the Texans, and I think what's his name is hurt, right? Their quarterback for Houston, isn't he hurt?
Yeah.
CJ Stroud. He's in. He might be out of concussion protocol by the time the game comes around.
I'm taking Jacksonville. I hate to say that, but I'm taking the Jacksonville.
I'm taking Jacksonville too.
Okay.
Even though they're without Travis Hunter.
The battle of the AFC East, the Bills and the Dolphins.
Give me the Bills by a billion.
Yeah.
Dolphins are horrible.
I'm going to make a bold prediction. I think Tua gets benched in the second half for Quinn Ewers.
I think he gets benched in the first quarter.
Well, the funny thing is the Hurricanes play on the same field the night before. So let's see how interesting that turf is all beat up the next day. I know a lot of times when USF plays the day before the Bucks, the turf is funky. The next one is the Giants against the Bears.
Bears.
I'll take Chicago as well.
Give me the Bears.
Bear down.
The next one is Ravens-Vikings.
Ravens.
Vikings.
What did I take? Did I take Minnesota? I sure did.
I
I'm
don't know.
thinking
You saying that because of JJ McCarthy? Just curious.
No, because the
Lamar's
Vikings
back for the
beat Lions.
Ravens.
Oh,
the next one is Saints at Panthers.
Panthers.
Ugh.
Panthers.
Yep, I'll take Carolina as well.
I'm going Carolina. They beat Green Bay last week.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints are trash.
My thing is Bryce Young gonna get another year?
Might as
I would
well.
hope so.
No.
Especially if they have a decent season this year, they might finish. Either they finish second or they win the division. If the Bucks keep losing people, it might be their division to win.
It's last man standing.
Yeah, correct.
Right.
Don't have enough guys to field the team anymore.
The
Carolina wins by default.
the next game is Arizona at Seattle.
Seattle.
Give me Arizona with Jacoby Brisket.
Okay.
Brisket.
The next game is Lions at Commanders. I mean Redskins. I'm Commanders. I'm sorry. I did say that out loud. Sorry.
Detroit.
I think
You
right
said
there.
the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, the red word. The other word. You can't say that out. Yeah.
Give me the Lions.
Yeah, I'm taking
Commanders are without Jaden Daniels. And Jay, I feel bad for Jaden Daniels.
Well, and he got hurt. He got hurt in garbage time. He got hurt in garbage time.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
They
That's a
were
suck-
down 31 points. Why is he in the game?
Yeah. True.
And Commanders fans are like, oh, and they jumped to social media right after that happened. They're like, we need to fire Dan Campbell right now. How is that Dan Campbell's fault?
What?
Well,
Dan,
actually,
Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn.
Okay.
My
that
bad.
makes more sense.
Okay.
Well, he came.
They're like, how is that Dan Quinn's fault?
Well, he's the
he
one that
came-
left him in the
came out
game.
this morning and said that it was his fault. He blamed himself. He said, "I came out and blamed myself for that. He shouldn't have been in the game. That was my fault for putting him back in there." That's what he said on the radio.
Well,
on the radio.
and then what I heard is he said it is his fault, but he also should have told. He said he should have told Jaden Daniels not to run the ball there, just to hand it off.
Right.
And now Jaden Daniels is probably out for the season.
Oh, he's definitely out for the season.
Yeah.
And you know what? Eagles fans are like, oh, we told you so. We told you Jaden Daniels was not that good.
MD Nickel.
Well, you don't rub it in either, you know.
Oh, that's okay. That's why the game. Oh, look at all the Ranger fans heading out the door
Uh-huh.
at Madison Square Garden because they're down 3-0 to Carolina at the moment.
Is it late?
Yeah, 1:27 left in the third period. So I'm not gonna say it's over, but that's a lot to score 3 goals in a minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, look at the other night. Who was it that went down 5-0?
It's 4-0.
No, it was somebody was playing Colorado. I think it was Carolina. Went down 4 or 5-0. It was 5-0. Scored 4 goals in a row in like the second period, just to lose 6-4.
Don't you mean the Devils?
Yes, that's who it was. The Devils
Yeah, because
against Colorado last Sunday.
Yep.
Went down 5-0. Came back, scored 4 in a row to make it 5-4. Pulled their goalie. Colorado scored an empty netter.
And that's all she wrote.
That's all she
Yep.
wrote.
Colorado's a wagon. McKinnon, McCarr, Natchez.
8-year deal, $50 million.
This is the 100th year of Ranger hockey. Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool. Team's been around for a century.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So the last 3 NFL games, you have Rams at the 49ers.
Rams.
Rams.
Oh, no, Rams.
This one's interesting. This is the Sunday night game. You have Steelers at the Chargers.
Steelers.
Steelers.
Chargers are a mash unit.
I took LA, so I'm gonna stick with
personnel.
that pick. Eagles Packers is the Monday night game this week.
Philly.
I'm gonna go Packers.
I took Green Bay in an upset, so I'm gonna stick with that.
Green Bay.
Tennessee, Kansas City.
And there's the final right there. Okay, so Carolina and the Rangers. Okay. So now, guys, we have about 25 minutes left. So if you guys want to talk about something that you saw or heard, we can do that for the last 25 minutes or so.
Have you mentioned the World Series yet?
We have not. Lou, go right ahead. What's your opinion on that?
Well, Game 6, of course, the Dodgers were, had to win in order to force Game 7, and they came down to just 2 inches. Otherwise, the goofy Blue Jays would have won. And just when the Blue Jays thought they had all wrapped up, with 2 outs to go in the 9th inning, not so fast, because you had, a home run tie it up, and it was, very, very competitive back and forth. I mean, Toronto had their chance to win the 10th, and unfortunately, the ball was caught with about enough room with the wall, so then the Dodgers get another chance, and then 11th inning, Will Smith hits the game-winning home run, and Toronto, which went from a blaze of glory to the dumps in just a matter of seconds. I mean, they were so sure. And not only that, Toronto radio broadcaster was already saying that the Blue Jays have won the World Series. Oops.
So I'm scrolling
You
on.
want that,
I
buddy?
just went on my Facebook, and somebody put this on Facebook. They said Indiana should be number 1, only undefeated team that defeated a current top 10 team.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ohio State beat the. I think this person's trying to say
Number 2?
Ohio State beat the number 1 team at the beginning of the season. I'm getting tired of these group chats I'm in on Facebook, because all it is people slandering either Ohio State or the Big Ten or Indiana, saying that, if you gave an SEC team the same schedule that Indiana and Ohio State had, they would go undefeated easily.
Yeah.
I'm an SEC guy, and I could say there's no way that would happen.
Yeah.
And then they're saying is that if you put Indiana, Ohio State, or Michigan in the SEC, that they would finish at the bottom of the SEC.
And that's not true either.
Nope.
Because the Big Ten schools have good defenses, and that's what wins championships.
Ohio State, 5.5 points per game given up.
Yeah, see, Indiana's beat two top 10 teams this year. Illinois, who was number 9 time, and then Oregon are the 2 that they beat.
Illinois is overrated, to be honest.
Yes.
And again, Indiana
you know what? That's another school we might be blacklisted from.
Illinois?
Yep. Because all the time we talked about Brett Bielema being on the hot seat.
Yeah, well, I think he's back on the hot seat.
Yeah. Because let's see, what's that? Where is Illinois now? They
just lost to
6-3.
Washington, 5-3.
They're 5-3. 6-3 overall, 3-3 within the conference. Yeah, 3-3 within the conference.
Oh, that's
I wouldn't say they're necessarily on the hot seat. I wouldn't say Bielema's. His seat might be getting a little cool, but I'd like to stay off the blacklist at Illinois, even though I have no intentions of going there.
They have so Indiana's last game's on Black Friday against Purdue on the road.
Cool. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they've got Wisconsin.
They're gonna murder Purdue and Wisconsin.
Yes.
So they're gonna go
Indiana doesn't have Yeah,
Wait,
Indiana
wait.
goes undefeated, goes to the Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
And probably get slaughtered by Ohio State.
That's a game
So
I'm
that'd
looking
be-
forward to. Be a fun one.
I
That'll
mean,
be
we've seen this movie
be-
before with Ohio State and Indiana
Yeah.
last year.
That'll be a good Big Ten championship game.
It will. It probably will be the only good conference championship game other than maybe the American.
I would
We
agree
already
with that.
know.
SEC,
I would say the SEC is probably going to be Bama and
A&M.
probably.
A&M. We already know Bama's probably going to win that.
Yeah.
Or would you say Ole Miss?
Well,
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Vandy maybe. And I don't think Bama fans want to see Vandy again.
Well,
no.
the only problem with that is Vandy's 3-2 in the SEC at the moment. They have 2 conference losses with A&M, Alabama being undefeated, and then Texas, Mississippi, and
We know
Georgia.
Bama's
Oh,
due to
Georgia
lose a
on the
conference game.
Yeah, you know what
Yeah.
though? They've been saying that a long time about them, and still at this point, until they get beat, we'll see. Because up till this point, everyone's been saying that.
Well, and
A&M
all I've been hearing from Auburn fans is, "Oh, yes,
about-
we're going to have an interim coach, but we will beat Alabama.
Yeah.
Keep
That's wishful.
dreaming."
Yeah, because A&M has 2 games left or 3 games left. Well,
Mhm.
they have 4. Missouri counting the one that's happening. But then the next 2 games, South Carolina at home, Samford at home. The only game that's left on their schedule that they're going to get a challenge will be Texas on Black Friday. A&M in
You
Austin.
don't
play the
think
long-
they trip up against South Carolina?
No,
No.
they have the benefit of a buffer game against
Samford. Yeah.
Samford.
Yeah.
Where they won't be looking too
Any
far.
chance they look ahead to South Carolina? And I'm not
Missouri?
saying lose to
No, no.
Samford.
No.
No. South Carolina, Mizzou is a much bigger rival than South Carolina,
Correct.
and
Correct.
South Carolina. It's not like South Carolina's some juggernaut 8-0 team. They're
No,
a
but
middle of the
South
pack.
Carolina does have the tendency to pull upsets.
They're 3-6 at the moment.
Yeah, and they're what 1-3 in conference.
They
Is Shane
are.
Beamer on the hot seat again?
Yeah,
I
they're
don't think he
1-6.
ever got off of it.
They're 1-6 in the conference.
They're
This year.
okay. They're 1-6 the conference, 3-6 overall. No,
Correct.
no, I don't see. A&M's next big game is their last game against Texas.
In Austin. Yep.
Alabama has nothing left.
Unless Texas decides to lay an egg.
Yeah.
Can someone tell me which SEC team does not have an SEC win this year?
Arkansas.
Kentucky.
Arkansas.
Kentucky.
I
They're
cheated.
0-5.
I'm sorry.
Kentucky does have one conference win. They have one conference win. And that'll be
Arkansas would have been my second guess.
well, Kentucky beat
Oh
Auburn.
wait a minute. Brad, aren't me and you blacklisted from Arkansas too?
Nah. Like I said, I'm not. Yeah, nah.
I guess
though,
not because we. I guess we're
I
not
did
because
watch-
we told
did
them
watch-
to fire Sam Pittman, and I guess they listened.
I did watch a pretty cool movie about them. About the kid that was the walk-on there. They made the movie about him. Something it was first and last name started with a B. Why can't I think of what it is? Hang on a minute. Let me look that up.
Yeah, I was just fixing to.
They called him the greatest walk-on in college football.
It's called Greater.
Great. Yeah, that's what it. Yep.
Brandon Bolsworth.
Yeah. So
He died in a car crash, didn't he?
Yeah, dude. Sad, dude. He really was busted his ass from the time playing Pee Wee football to get to the high school level, to get to college. And then when he went to Arkansas, he was on the practice squad. And then he got a full ride scholarship in his sophomore year. He got drafted like in the 3rd round by the Colts. And like 10 days before he signed his contract, he was killed in a car accident. And he was coming home to drive his mom to church. He was coming home to drive his mom to church and got hit by a semi truck. Is that what it was, Bud? He got tagged by a
he crossed the
semi-truck?
center. He crossed the center line and clipped the left front fender of a semi trailer before briefly returning across the center line again and hit a second trailer. He was declared dead at the scene.
Yeah. And he was ranked as one of the best offensive linemen, I think, in that draft the year he came out from Arkansas, if I'm not mistaken. And he was, like I said, he was told he was going to be a starter. He was told by the Colts during minicamp that he was going to be a starting offensive guard, which, correct me if I'm wrong, would that not have been the Peyton Manning era?
Yeah, it would have been the start of the Peyton Manning era.
The 1999 season? I think it's the
It
year
would-
he was drafted.
Think so.
Yeah. It's a tearjerker movie, but it's
On
pretty
Monday.
cool. It's a good story. So if you have time to watch it, it's a good story about Arkansas football. Or about him. About the kid who only real true test in Austin. If they were in College Station, that would be a little bit of a different story, but being that they're in Austin, especially if Texas wins out too.
Yeah.
Which they have Georgia in a couple weeks. So we'll see. And it's in Athens on top of that. So Texas has two tough games left with Georgia and then with A&M. They have Arkansas in between. So I'm glad that these rival games are all on Black Friday. I miss USF, UCF. They don't play each other anymore because of the competition.
I miss Kansas State being on Black Friday too.
Now let me ask you guys this question because I heard this rumor going the other day that the reason that the USF Bulls hired Rob Higgins, which if you guys don't know who Rob Higgins is, he's a big part of the Tampa Bay Sports Authority.
Yes.
He then hired Derek Brooks to help him. The push is to get the USF Bulls out of the American. The conference that I've been hearing is the Big Ten. That's the conference that I've been hearing.
Okay.
Yeah. And my thought process is this. If that does happen, it's going to take them a few years to get used to that kind of play because the play that they see in the American might be the AAA or the AA of the Big Ten because the Big Ten is big kids, fast. That's just the rumor that I've been hearing.
Did you say USF?
To the Big Ten. That's the conference that they're trying to push.
Well, hey, I can back that up. I've been hearing that the Big Ten wants to expand to 20 teams.
Right.
I still think
so. USF, and then who would the other team be? UCF, maybe taken from the Big 12.
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I doubt that.
I think we should just divide the country in half. From Nevada, like halfway through Nevada to halfway through Maine, is all the SEC or now the SEC, and then the everything left goes to the Big Ten, and then that's it. No more conference alignment. You would
lose Michigan, Ohio State then.
Yeah.
No,
Michigan, Ohio State staying the same.
They'd still be in the Big Ten. He's talking about the top part of the country would be the Big Ten. The bottom part of the country would be the SEC.
So, like Georgia would be SEC.
Yeah, like all your traditional SEC teams stay. All your traditional Big Ten teams stay, and we just cut the rest of the country in half,
Mm-hmm.
and we have two super
So
conferences.
like, okay, so like you're saying like North Carolina would be
SEC.
Yeah, like the
SEC, Virginia
so
would be Big Ten,
probably
UConn,
yeah,
Syracuse, Big Ten.
yeah, and then out west, you probably give more of the West to the SEC because the Big Ten's getting more of the East.
So
We
like
did.
Washington would go to the SEC.
Maybe you'd really have to break it down and look at it, but yeah, just do away with the conference, just do away with the conferences as it was. Throw everybody into a
Well,
big pot.
see, the thing I've heard is down the road, they're eventually going to have two just mega conferences, and then
Yeah,
all these smaller conferences are going to
just
Go
be
away.
absorbed.
dissolve,
Yeah,
Mhm.
they'll just all be absorbed
and
into the
all the smaller conference teams are going to have to find a conference to go to.
Look, you might even
So
see a
like,
third.
the Big 12 would probably still be around. You would have
No,
the
the
Big
Big 12.
12, the SEC,
I would just
and the
assume that
Big 10.
all of
The
them would just be
ACC is probably going to dissolve at some point because Clemson
yeah.
wants out, Florida
Florida
State
State
wants
wants
out,
out.
North
Yeah,
Carolina wants out. I've heard
yeah, I just
Virginia Tech wants out too.
yeah, I'd say
Virginia Tech, I'm going to say this. I think Virginia Tech, people are saying, oh, Virginia Tech to the SEC. It makes more sense for Virginia Tech to either go to the Big 10 or the Big 12.
mm,
We'll see.
Big 12, I would say, because you got West Virginia and they used to play each other all the time. And you could take Virginia with you and still have that rivalry. And then you can create a bigger rivalry with West Virginia.
Very true.
yeah, you take everything from the Atlantic on from the south part of Jersey underneath the and then you come down and you take everything, you basically just divide it right in half. And all of that, the bottom half becomes one super conference and the top half becomes the other.
Yep. Probably going to be that way. It'll probably be separated something like that. Move some way down the
Somewhere.
road.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to call it a show there and let
I'm
Lou
good with
talk
that.
about his show?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lou.
All right. Well, screw the pooch. I mean, the Enhanced Sports Show will be on Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We might screw it during the show. Okay. Maybe. Well, okay. We'll recap the World Series, which was, of course, was a doozy. Let's try to get something on the marathon, but I haven't been able to come up with anything. They're not covering. Nothing's come up. We'll look at the first college football playoff pool for the season. NBA and NHL. And if there's any more WNBA news, I'll come up with that too, because there has been some WNBA news in recent weeks, so keep an eye on that. And UFC, WWE wrestling. Also, your thoughts and comments. The ridiculous sign of the week, sports trivia, this Dayton sports history, and the good news story of the week. So remember, it's 512-543-4662 from 4 to 6 Saturday. Use your time. Don't forget to like and share the Facebook page. And remember, we are on Facebook Live. So hope to hear from you then.
Okay, cool beans. I want to thank these gentlemen for making this show so fun. We'll be back to regular schedule next week on Thursday at 8 o'clock.
Perfect.
I want to thank the men and women of our armed services and our first responders. Thank you so much for what you do. We are part of NGSC Sports. Remember the website, it's ngscsports.com. for all your current sports content. I am the sports journalist Bradley Walker. This has been the Walker Report. Till next Thursday. Peace.
Thanks.
Send it.
Come on, cut, print,
Okay.
send it.